you think?
Just keep your eye out for that Mr. Bandit.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich of Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
You want something?
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You know, we had such great success with the authentic Diablo sandwich from Smokey and the Bandit that Bert and I were talking. We decided, let's do our version of what we think the Diablo sandwich should be. So we're going to do that next, so stick around. All right, we're going to get started on our version of what we think the Diablo sandwich should have been. I got my pork shoulder out. I'm just going to trim some of that excess fat off. I've already got my crock pot out, sprayed it with a little non-stick to make cleanup easy. And I'm just going to drop that pork right in there. Now, here's what we're going to do a little different. We're going to take Dr. Pepper, pour it right over the top of that pork. I think I used 1.5 bottles. I get that all covered up. There we go. And we're going to put the lid on. Set this guy on high for 6 hours. Okay. Set it and forget it. Well, 3 hours into it, we're going to roll it over. So we'll get our little forks out. And it's still not that tender yet. It's only been 3 hours. That's okay. We're going to roll it over. And check to see if we need any more Dr. Pepper, which we don't. So we're going to put the lid back on and go another 3 hours. Now, the way to always tell when your pork shoulder or pork butt is done is when you can reach in there with some needle nose pliers or regular pliers and pull that bone right out. If that bone slides out, you are good to go. So we're going to give it a little test here. A little jiggle, and look at that. Comes right out. So that pork is done. So what we're going to do is try to get the meat from the crock pot into our KitchenAid mixing bowl, because we're going to use our KitchenAid to shred this pork. Look at that. It's so tender, it's falling apart. I'm trying to get it out of the crock pot. Anyways, we got that over there. We're going to let that cool down just a little bit. And while that's cooling, I got onion bun, and we're just going to toast those real quick. That's what we're going to use for our Diablo sandwich, is an onion bun. Once they're toasted, we'll take those off. And we need some super thin sliced red onion. Nothing goes better with pork than red onion, so I'll mandolin in a couple of super thin slices.
Look, I'm gonna drop the little dollar here off at a choke and puke, and then I'm gonna get right back on the job.
All right, 10-4 on that choke and puke. Oh, by the way, Bandit.
Yeah, guy.
How about bringing me a hamburger for Fred here? I'm getting to worry about him. He's looking a little thin in the skin.
You got it.
Choke and puke.
Choke and puke. That's where I'll get off.
All right, we just had to have a little bit of choke and puke there, just for giggles. Anyways, we got our pork. We're going to add some of that drippings and Dr. Pepper left over from the crock pot, just to keep it super moist. And we're going to put our paddle on. Put this on #1 setting. And we're just going to let that run for a minute or two. And it's going to do all the hard work for us and shred that pork perfectly. You'll see here in a second what I'm talking about. Look at that. perfectly shredded pulled pork. All right, let's assemble our sandwich. A little bit of onion. And next we're going to put a lot of the pulled pork. And the secret to this bad boy, Mike's Hot Honey. That's right, that's the Diablo part. We're going to load it up with Mike's Hot Honey and serve it, and you have our version right there.
I'm hungry for
Diablo Sandwich.